Hello, my name is Lale Martinez and I will be talking to you about my class. The school that I teach is called Real Elementary. This is located in Quina. The mascot is cheetahs, or in Spanish, los guepardos. This school provides various programs such as Title I, ELL, dual language, McKinney-Vento, and migrant support. I teach in a third grade dual language classroom where 50% of instruction is in English and the other 50% is in Spanish. I have a total of 22 students. 18 of them are native English speakers and 4 are non-native English speakers. There are 3 ELL students in the classroom. 2 of them are developing and 1 is expanding according to the access scores. In general, this means that they're doing exceptionally well with the English language. The only the only support they receive is through my classroom, since what I provide in the dual language setting also can help them with their English language skills. Here is a glimpse of my classroom. The students are grouped in rows. This allows them to collaborate in partners and as a team. There are lots of visuals provided on the walls, such as posters, vocabulary cards, sound cards in both English and in Spanish. On some of the students' desks are orange boxes with bilingual dictionaries. There is a classroom library with Spanish and English books. On one side of the classroom are computers for the students to use. On another side of the classroom is a round table. That way I can pull out students to work with. This is a glance of our daily schedule. Reading is an hour. With specials, there's music, PE, and library. After that is our morning recess, followed by our ELA intervention, where the class is split up and they go to certain groups based on their needs. After is writing. Then we have lunch and recess. After we have math, which is an hour, followed by spelling and language arts. After spelling and language arts is our afternoon recess. To end the day is math intervention, which is similar to ELA intervention. This class is divided into certain groups based on their needs. Since this is a 50-50 model in a dual language setting, we rotate between English and Spanish within content areas. For example, 1 week for ELA will be in English and math in Spanish. Then the following week, ELA will be in Spanish and math in English. For the class, I try to incorporate community building activities. I believe it's important that students learn how to work well with others and learn more about others. Like I said earlier, I like to have the students do cooperative learning where they work in partners or groups. Um, they're pretty much supportive with one another, whether it's giving a classmate a friendly reminder or helping them through emotions. Another example is supporting their peers when it comes to learning another language as well. Our school has an administrator and building administrator. They both are flexible, supportive, and thoughtful. They do various tasks in our school building and are supportive in different areas, such as with our students, staff members, parents, and building relationships with the community. Um, they both are always um, welcome for ideas. They are approachable. They always carry a positive attitude. And with that, that helps us teachers create a positive environment for our students. I've been a third grade dual language teacher at Reed for 6 years. As a third grade teacher, I collaborate with my third grade team. I prepare and plan lessons. I create a safe and positive environment. I also look at results and data from assessments to figure out ways on how to better meet my students' academic skills. On top of that, I'm also a dual language teacher where I teach in Spanish as well. I find ways to better support my students in both languages within content areas. And I strive to have my students be bilingual, biliterate, and bicultural. I also embrace cultural diversity, and that is something I want to pass on to my students as well. Here is a written sample of one of my ELL students. The topic is kindness. It reads, kindness is important because you can give money or other things to make people feel special. Also, kindness is important to others because it helps them to get things they need to survive, just like food or a house to keep them safe of coldness and rain. That's being kind. One thing that I noticed that this child is missing is punctuation at the end of the sentences. He only did it once, which was towards the very end. Another thing that I saw was he is missing the helping word having, where it says it helps them to get things they need to survive, just like having food. He's missing that having there. Where it says a house to keep them safe of coldness, the of should be changed to from. But overall, I noticed that he's developing good morphological skills. One example is with the word kindness. He changed the adjective kind to a noun, kindness, by adding the suffix ness. He's developing good spelling skills due to his phonological awareness. Overall, he has good syntax because of how he's arranging the words, the sentence structure, and good semantics as well because he's thinking of how to use the words to make meaning. And I also noticed he's developing vocabulary skills. I was impressed when he used the word survive because I feel like that is a sophisticated word to use. Here is a second writing sample from another ELL student. She wrote, kindness is to be nice to them, but if you are a bucket dipper, you are not being nice, but in our school we show our spots. Because we try to be nice to the students that go to the school, but bullies are rude to others. But we can tell Judy or teacher that can help the students that are hurt really bad. But to your friends, don't say, I'm not your friend anymore. But that is not nice, so please be nice to each other. Overall, she's developing good spelling skills. She has minor errors, but like I said, she's developing good spelling skills, and it's due to her phonological awareness. She has a pretty decent um, syntax skills. She's able to arrange the words correctly within a sentence, and she has a decent semantics as well. She did confuse the word our and our, where it says, but in our school, she's supposed to say our. And it might be because to her those words sound alike, and she chose she chose our as the spelling.
Christmas is all about family, not presents. It's about family. You want to help others by giving them some food if they're lonely. You want to invite them. You want to help them out by giving them like the canned food drive at our school, Reed Elementary.
Here is a verbal sample from another ELL student. Um, by listening to him, I can hear he's developing good syntax. He understands how to place the words by talking, um, arranging them correctly. He's also developing good semantics um, by making meaning with the words. He has a good vocabulary usage. He's conveying the message well, where it's understood, and he's using what's around him and understanding what is around him, such as our school's canned food drive, to use that in his conversation. So, like, using what he knows about the world, processing it, and sharing it with others verbally. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you and gracias.